Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I go by the name of Caution, Mr. 700. I'm here with my brother Bryson Boom Paul.
What's happening?
It's another episode of Awwready Not Like Us. Episode 4? Or is it 5?
Nah, it's 4.
It's 4? Okay. Episode 4. Rocking and rolling still. Shout out to everybody that's been tapped in, man.
Actually, it's 5.
Is it 5?
It's 5.
Okay,
it's
cool,
5.
cool.
It's 5.
Yeah. It's moving.
We've already had 3. We had 3 guests. We had,
Oh, yeah.
We had J Rose.
Mm-hmm.
We had Thelma.
Mm-hmm.
We had Lauren. So
okay, cool.
That's 3, and then we already did
1 just with us, so this will be the 5th one. Okay,
yep.
Cool. Listen, man, I've been doing a lot of podding here recently.
Already.
So I've been doing a lot of podding, though. How's everything been with you, my brother?
Man, staying busy, staying out the way.
Facts.
That's the best way to be out here,
Yeah, man. How you feel about this YSL controversy that's going on right now? That shit is live and in effect, tearing down the industry in Atlanta as we know it.
Do you feel like it? Do you feel like it has killed the ATL wave? Being that so for context, a lot of leaked jail phone conversations of Young Thug talking to multiple different people, including 21 Savage, Mariah the Scientist, his girl, Lil Baby, and whoever else he talking to, pretty much just divulging his whole behind the scenes interactions with these people and labels and other artists in Atlanta, obviously Gunna. So, but more and more every day, it's a new leak conversation that comes out. Today, they had the one with him and Gucci Mane, or him talking about Gucci Mane, calling Gucci Mane soft. Obviously, they got the one about him talking about Coach or QC, and then obviously he going at Lil Baby saying you need to, cut it off and all that and whatnot, and telling him his business about his record deal. Which, in that one, I don't necessarily, like, I'm not on either side about that, because I feel like it's business at the end of the day. So him sitting there saying, Lil Baby, he told Lil Baby that, hey, Scooter is trying to buy your contract so he can have you sign with him. Right. And then you don't talk to him, and then he say, fuck it, I'm gonna just go to QC and buy the whole label. Right. And just, I'm gonna still buy your stuff, but I'm gonna buy the whole label. So now I own you and the label, which he was saying was messed up, because he tried to say that QC didn't have Lil Baby in the room when they were negotiating that, which he shouldn't have to, being that you signed to me. I run my business how I run my business. Yeah, this is my company. However I want to sell it, or do with it is what I want to do with it, and I ain't got to consort with you, nor have you be a part of it to begin with. Facts. So, but
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because I think in any business, any corporation in general, if there's discussions made on like public sales or things like that go on, they don't discuss it with everybody else first. They do it and then they come tell you afterwards, this is what's happening. So I get y'all got a close relationship because they treat the music game like it's a street game, but I think a lot of times niggas fail, and they fail because they don't know how to differentiate the two. Like, it is not the same, bro. Like, these are contracts and lawyers and shit like that. This ain't just handshake deals and backdoor deals all the time, nigga. We handling business, right? So I think, and I seen this. Shout out to Joe Budden, and I agree with him on this fact. But like, it's too much chatty ass shit. I think every time that I hear about these niggas now, it's just a bunch of chatty ass talking ass shit, and it's like after a while, it's just like, bro, I thought y'all was street niggas. Like, I thought this was all like, I thought everybody had it, a code, and everybody abide by a certain set of rules. But all y'all niggas do is sit around and talk.
All y'all sitting there pillow talking. Right. Young Thug was in his 2-year bid, or 2 years in custody, just sitting there jaw jacking away. You know what though? I sympathize with Young Thug, man, because when you in there, I ain't never been in there, so look, I'm just speaking from just sitting in courtrooms watching the demeanor of people from the other side of the right. But man, realizing that when you in there, you pretty much isolated from the world all day. You got all this stuff pent up against you. It's a chance you could be in here for the rest of your life. Facts. You got all this stress. You got all this overhead that you got to worry about. You got all this money out there that you missing out on. On top of the fact, you got all these people you got to take care of.
No, that's a fact.
So obviously, when you get on this jail phone, you gonna start spilling it like it's a therapist and all that.
You ain't had nobody to talk to in a while.
You ain't got no. And you talking to your girl. You talking to your homeboys, your best friends at that. And on top of that, they tell you the jail phone calls is recorded. So you should, if you talking that way, you talking at your own risk. But at the same time, you don't expect them jail phone calls to go out.
You don't.
So
I think it's very it's interesting to see niggas when not only do you speak about these things in your music, but when your feet are being held to the fire to see how you react to them. I think it's a very interesting thing to see these niggas in the way that this is being handled, because it's completely the opposite as to what they would tell you in their music. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest takeaway I say from this for all you young niggas out there that's watching this and you want to know how these things work. Don't go based off some bars and some lyrics that you done heard that sounded cool. Just look at what's going on right now. Look at all the niggas that participate in that kind of activity and where they're ending up. They're either dying or in jail, and that's the only methods around it. Because in where I grew up, and maybe this is and I did want to talk about this. This is a segue to that for me, where it's like the not like us portion from how we grew up as opposed to how they grow up now. Because when I grew up, and the niggas that I seen coming up that was doing shit, I never heard them talk about nothing. I never seen. You never even knew what they did unless you knew. You see what I'm saying? At the same time, they didn't have the internet. They didn't have cell phones. They didn't have all that. But it was still there was still a methodology to it, because however the information was getting passed, they wasn't passing it to niggas who didn't need to know it. Right. You know what I'm saying? They was literally only talking face to face. We only talking face to face. Man, and so I see it now, and it's so weird to me to think like, damn, did y'all niggas not have niggas like that around y'all when y'all were growing up to show y'all how to do it? Because y'all said in the music. But where are these people at when your feet is to the fire, bro? Like, were you that worried about doing that time to where you was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this, but don't tell them that I'm doing it type shit, bro? You are telling. Look, it's just like how we said in the other episode. What Pharrell say is snitching. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go home. I'm trying to come home. So, but it's funny that artists are saying like, sticking to street codes and all this, because a lot of the times, even in the music, they rap like, mobster lifestyle. They rap about what they see in the movies. When it comes to like the street characters that they see in the movies and they idolize. But also in these movies, man, motherfuckers get double crossed. They're telling. Well, look, Goodfellas, what he do? He told at the end. He was right there on the stand. For every Goodfellas, there's a Donnie Brasco. Man, there's a Departed. There's all these stories of these people that get to a certain point to where you're too big to even hide it anymore. Nicki tried to kill Ace. Facts. So. And then, Bronx Tales, dude got capped at the end by somebody over a parking space. Bro, Frank Lucas told. Frank Lucas told. It's like, so there's no. I got Harlem. Oh, Rico told. Rico told. Nigga, Alpo told, bro. It's just like, what are we looking at? Like, look at Freeway Ricky Ross. He still ended up in prison. Yeah. Yeah. Nigga was talking, I seen him doing a podcast, and he may not be talking about being literally homeless, but he was talking about sleeping in his car. Like, you came out to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you didn't have anything there other than that. Which is kind of weird that he came out to now. I'd be like, bro, you didn't hide no money nowhere? Like, nothing? Damn. Somebody wouldn't got that shit. Somebody got it. He ain't got it. He ain't got it. You out here chasing Rick Ross around like you finna sue this nigga and get something out of that. Boy, he knew what he was doing when he was pretending to be you. He knew he was pretending. Who the fuck you think he talking to? Right. He knew he was pretending to be a nigga who couldn't do nothing about it once he got out. So, nah, man, but that is crazy though, man. So, but I hopefully, we get some more. No, this is just the beginning, man. We got more phone calls. I was just saying, hopefully we get some more. I want to know more. He did a lot. I want to know some more. Because right now it just seems like shit. You gonna tell it, bro. Tell it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Gucci Man, though, I'm gonna be like, damn, I ain't got nothing to do with this. What you talking about me for? Always getting thrown in the mix. I ain't got nothing. I ain't on the label. I ain't with none. I don't hang out with none of them. I was just in. I got out. I was being a faithful husband out here working out. I'm doing so good out here right now. They think I'm a clone. Like, what do you mean? What do I got to do with this? And he said Gucci soft. He was what? What I do? Oh, okay. I did have another topic, and this is something I wanted to talk to you about because of what we got coming up. So shout out to Gavin Malloy. certain people know who Gavin is. Does a lot of the DFW, especially the music and the art scene, the deep element, shit like that. Has done a lot of shit. The last thing I seen that went viral from Gavin was the Mark Cuban thing, which was wild as fuck. But that just shows you how deeply in the trenches he is with everything that he does. But when we were talking about the best lyricists in Dallas thing, he had messaged me back when we had first started talking about it and was asking about if we was interested in a venue, and I had never thought about that shit. Like, so I'm still trying to culminate a way for us to put the two together. But I did want to ask you going into that, because what I want to start doing is having conversations with those who either opinions that I value that I would like to help choose these individuals, or just those who have an understanding of what we're looking for and can give us, guidance in the right direction.
Right.
But in your perception, bro, when you're judging a lyricist, what are you looking for?
It would be a multiple things, but it would be a multiple things, but it has to connect. Okay. I would say. So it's like, and being that, it was funny that you said that, because I literally asked Lil DZ and BC and all these and everybody else, pretty much anybody I know that I knew was from Dallas, I would ask, like, obviously if it was okay for us to critique Dallas artists or critique stuff that goes on in Dallas based on the fact that we ain't from here. And these motherfuckers was happy about it. Like, yeah, go ahead. You ain't being unbiased. I mean, you ain't being biased about it. You just sticking to the facts and giving, like, obviously outside perspective, which is probably needed. So, but being that, to go back to it, man, I look for energy. Lyricism. Well, being that we doing it based on lyricism, so it would definitely be skill. So it would be skill and energy, and just putting it all together to make a performance. So it would be presence. Right. Like, if you it's a different feeling. Like, Gucci Mane is not the best rapper in the world. Like, obviously that is, but you see Gucci Mane perform, and you'll be like, oh, goddamn. Like, it could be him in a room by himself. It could be him in a stadium. When you see him perform, the energy that he exudes out to the public or to the crowd is something that is rare and hard to do. Hove ain't never did a dance move. Barely even moves. He will stand there in the middle and spit the hottest verse you probably ever heard. He's gonna command the crowd in the way you saw that when he did the niggas in Paris shit at the Beyonce stop here recently. The only time you see him really move like anything was when he got the guitar and he did. Oh yeah, at the festival at Wireless. He sat there and he was literally only doing that because niggas said he couldn't do it. He's like, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show me what I got. This is the same shit y'all do up here. So you saying I can't do that? So I think, and I'm asking that because I think, and what you said with skill, I think a lot of people have this mentality to where skill and lyricism equals lyrical miracle rapidy rap ass. Oh yeah. And so I want to separate that, bro, because you can actually it's just how you do you. Like, you could be the lyrical miracle person, but it has to be done and not have no energy with it, or you could be the I just spit street raps, repetitive type stuff, but have a lot of energy behind it, or have a presence that really is like, okay, because I think that was how, if you think about it, if you define a lyricist, right, if I'm gonna say that'd be like the difference between a Lupe Fiasco being a lyricist and then Nipsey Hussle being a lyricist. Right. You see what I'm saying? It's based on, they both can rap and they both are great at it, but it's just a different approach that they take to it. Like, obviously, the syllables, the metaphors, everything like that is obviously Lupe. Now, Nipsey gonna be like, he gonna give you a menacing presence when he's rapping. You be like, I believe everything this man said. I don't care what he's. So presence does matter. Yeah, it does. The believability. Matters. If I'm saying it right in front of your face, that matters. Yeah. But even if I'm listening to you, just the music, the energy has to match. Yeah. Like, it's the difference between. Like, even just to compare it, man, it's the difference between a Zillionaire Doe and a Montana 700. Now, they are both similar as far as, like, they rap about the hustle and whatnot. But these two literally have two different types of rhyme styles. They do. Which you know,
we gotta get them on here too to
which
talk.
makes them, you know, they might be equal as far as in the New Dallas movement, but it's like you could tell it's a complete difference between them and the energy that they both give off.
Right.
Like Montana is super like energetic and animated, whatnot, even in his music and in his performance. Right. Whereas Zillionaire Doe will pace back and forth, and it'll just be what he's saying. You'll be like, oh, I fuck with that. Yeah, okay, I believe it. Goddamn, he ain't doing much, but he doing a lot at the same time. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see. I like the way that people got involved and was, you know, I think that was the most surprising part to me was like when we first started talking about it. You know, shout out to Sean Collins from Say Cheese. I put the question up on Twitter. He gave me his 5 lyricists who he thought it was. You know, and everybody from every pocket damn near was chiming in.
Now so it would just be lyricists or rappers, because obviously we got to make sure we convey that as two different things.
If we going, I think it would be fair to go best rapper in Dallas.
So it would be best rapper.
I think if we're going to lyricism, it's going to limit the amount of people we can have involved in it. You don't think so?
Not necessarily, because everybody think they can. So everybody think they're the best rapper. You pretty much announce like, hey, who's the best lyricist? Like. When I'm looking for lyricists, I'm looking way deeper than what. Yeah,
because if you go best rappers, and it's like who's the best dressed nigga, who brought the most women to the show.
That's a whole setup.
Who got the most money on their deal? Who get the most money per show?
These want to focus on being who's the best lyricist, and
that makes more sense.
And even that's easy. It's easier to dictate than who's the best rapper, because obviously it's a lot that goes into determining who's the best rapper. Whereas with a lyricist, you literally are, all right, bet I gotta focus on what I'm bringing to the table. I ain't got nobody else with me to help me but myself.
All right, so let me see here, because what I did is, and I'll go through these real quick while we're here, because I would like to clip this to put it together. So, because I'm not going back down another list of rappers. If you wasn't on this list that we put out, and I put out, there were about 5 different classes, all equally weighed, nobody higher than the other. Let me see. I got one here. So I had them in groups. Group A, B, C, and then where's D? Pause. All right, so we'll go through those first, and then I'll find D. So Group A, and like I said, these aren't in any particular order, but obviously these are the people that came to mind first. So I had Big X the Plug, Bobby Sessions, Incognito, Gunna Maze. Gunnameezy, I'm sorry. I do that every time. Gunnameezy, I'm gonna clip that. You're not even gonna hear I say that. Bryson Cole, Rakim Al-Jabbar, Star Music, Lil Ronnie, Mother F, Kush with a C, Ty Harris. So that was Group A. How you feel about that group? You want me to run it down again?
No, I got.
How you feel about that?
Are you saying like who would be
because I guess what we're gonna have to do is, and this is a good way to come up with it. We're gonna have to take. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna have to break each group down to 5 to 2.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I would say even just an early prediction or early analysis of it, man. Out of all the people you just named, ain't nobody better as a lyricist than Rakim and Ty. That's it. But I mean, not to say that.
You think so?
No, out of those, like I'm saying, like matched, like we doing matched up, especially. Like bar for bar, But it's not to say that everybody's not good on that list, or everybody's not good on that in that section, because everybody is.
Right.
Like obviously, but it's just like I think being that I've obviously researched all the artists that's on there, I would say those two are the one that have the most tenacity with, and like as they are like, hey, this is what I want to prove that I'm the best lyricist.
Yeah, no,
whereas
I agree
with everybody else is like, I'm just a dope lyricist. Hey, cool, like blah blah blah. I'm a dope lyricist, and a lot of times, you know, lyricists now, man, they kind of sit there and take themselves out of the debate a lot of times, because you'll get people that be like, hey, it don't really matter to me. I just know I'm nice, pretty much.
Right.
Paraphrasing, not saying that this is what they exactly say. They're not they don't have the competitive spirit. Mm-hmm. I ain't never heard like Rakim be like, hey, if you want to go, we can go.
He ain't never gonna shy away.
He ain't never gonna shy away from it. At least I ain't never seen him shy away from a battle.
Nah, I ain't never seen him turn.
Rather, it's just somebody saying a subliminal or nothing. I ain't never seen him or heard of him shying away from it. Whereas Ty Harris is probably the most talented out of all of them, and probably the most lyrical out of all of them.
So in my mind, when I'm looking at this list, right? Of course, if we talking lyricists, Rakim is going to jump off the page for me right away.
Right.
But then we do have Bobby Sessions on the list.
Yeah.
We do have Lil Ronnie Mother F on the list, and then Ty Harris. I think,
but they never have been. I want to be considered the best lyricist.
Oh, okay, I guess
that's the thing. That's what's missing. And with lyrics, when it comes to being who's the best lyricist, it's all about that competitive edge. It's like, I'm the best lyricist. I'm ready to prove it. Being the best lyricist is pretty much like being the best battle rapper. Right. Like hey, I'm the best battle rapper, and I've proven it by beating such and such, or by doing this, or by proving this. Whereas a lot of times artists take themselves out that equation because they be like, I'm only seeing me. Yeah. I got tunnel vision.
It's like why niggas in the NBA wouldn't do the one-on-one in the
I ain't playing one-on-one.
I know how good I am.
I got a whole team. I don't do one-on-one.
Okay, so Group B, we had That Kid Cam. Shout out to Cure for Paranoia. Bro raps every day. Bro has a different freestyle or flow every day. Go to his page. I don't know how many days in the year it's been, but he's hit you over the head with one every day. Charles K, shout out to Charles K. Shaquan Bivens. We got Juice Leroy, who goes by Jarrell now, I believe. Word Life. We got Aradon, Mega Cesar. We put J Rock Obama on here. Mm-hmm. Coach Tev and Devi Stones. I think
Coach Tev and Devi Stones would be the two that I would pick.
Yeah, and Cam. Yeah. Charles K can rap though.
Section A, we got Section B now. Yeah. So now the people that you just named literally are just rappers that are more about the style of being a lyricist.
Yeah.
It's like we focus on, I want to be witty. I want to be known as being like the fly guy and stuff like that. Okay, cool. So those would be the two that I would pick out of that.
Coach Tev, Debbie Stones.
Yeah, out of that.
Okay. Let me see. So let's go to C. Group C has 7 the Great, Tracy Lamont, Solid World Gregory, Honey Banks, Lamar A. Thomas, South Dallas Kiki.
Okay.
All names taken. Kia Liani, Chemist the Kid, and my guy Joseph. How you feel about that one?
Lyricist. I'm gonna go with. I'll mix it up. I'll go with South. With Kiki, with South Dallas Kiki and Joseph. I'm gonna go with Joseph.
Okay.
I mean, this is for if I was a gambling man, I wanted a sure bet. I would go with those.
And also thinking in the mindset of like the preliminary picks from the group is only going to get these people advanced against the last motherfuckers we advanced. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go. If I wanted to go a sure bet, I would go with those two.
Yeah, I think 7 the Great is dope. But
I would go with Joseph because I know he would if something like this, he would literally go into it like he has.
Oh, he's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, he would go into it like he ain't got nothing.
If I'm looking at this list and I'm thinking about music that stuck with me from any local artist I've heard, Joseph probably stands out on these lists of people more than anybody because it seems like he's done a little bit more. Like if I could pull up a record, like Rakim has that same thing where I can go and say he has this song with this person, but what did you do on the song with the greats?
But
they showed out.
But the difference between Joseph and Rakim is
it's just fighting styles.
Nah, Rakim is like he gives you a presence like he fearless.
Yeah.
Like Rakim would literally.
See, that's what I'm saying.
He don't have to say nothing at all. He'll just be like, I'm ready. And it'll be like a fearless. Joseph, you gotta meet him and know him to be like, hey, he is fearless but the reason why he is fearless is, which is something he talks about in his music all the time, is the family that he got behind him.
Facts.
So
he is like, his foundation is like solid. And the people is around him as well.
Looking at him is like watching a weekday cartoon series where he like the hero every day and he got a different challenge.
Facts.
And he got, he can't beat the challenge without having the people that support him the most behind him. It's like some Captain Planet, like Sonic the Hedgehog type, or Power Rangers type stuff. Like he'll be sitting there, he'll get faced with an obstacle, it'll be difficult, and then he'll turn around, have a lesson where he gets with his friends, his family, and then he'll be energized. He'll come back, beat the person of the week, and then go on about his business.
Okay. So the Group D, and just looking at it now after I've done all that I've done,
right,
I can kind of see where I would go. But I got Scatino. Shout out to Scatino, man. I like that young man. I like what he's doing right now.
He did a show last
Looked like they
Friday.
packed it out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He did a show on Friday.
Shout out to him and his manager, man.
He packed it out, right?
Yeah, I talked to his manager a couple times about not too long ago about getting him up here.
He had Latrell Deshaun open up. That was. I mean, that's cool, man. I'm glad to see people in Dallas like linking up and being like, hey, I'm doing the show. Like, hey, come out. So
we got Scatino, DQ Hampton, See-Through, rapper See-Through, Suave Burgundy, shout out to Suave, Ricky Blue. Ricky lives in Atlanta now too. Yeah. Alsace Carcion, Sherm Sticks, shout out to Sherm. QP, Raya, which is the sister of Rakim Al-Jabbar. She's equally nice. And Nezi Momodu, and that's who rounds out Group D. So
I would give it to Raya because I know Rakim gonna be like, hey, look, we going into this together, so I got to make sure your bars is together. So they could trade. It was pretty much be like sword sharpening sword.
Facts.
So
facts. No, I
feel like that's cheating though. You can't go in there the Wonder Twins. You can't do that. You can't go in there like the Wonder Twins. Hey, we gonna kill them. They practicing the night before. Hey, we gonna go in there and kill them with these bars.
I'm trying to think of who would be an omission that we have from this that I didn't name. Somebody who stands out like a glaring omission. I think I didn't put Breon on here.
All right, look. We got that. So let's do one better. Being that this is already not like us, right?
Okay.
We got to do this. All right. So they hit us up and said, hey, we got 5 LA rappers, and we want y'all to bring your 5 Dallas rappers to go against us to determine who's the better. Being that this is a popular thing right now with who's the better between.
Are we talking up and coming, or we just
up and coming, not big. We ain't gonna even. It's just only up and coming artists. But these are lyricists, not because obviously when it comes to lyricists and lyricism, everybody's on a level playing field. Right, it's just, hey, are you nice with your skills, and that's it. Like, so yes, 5. If somebody came to us like, you know what, we can do Dejon Paul, being that he does. No, Dejon Paul could be one that could say, hey, John, I got something for you where we want to know. I got 5 up and coming rappers from LA, and I want you to put your 5 Dallas rappers that you select up against my 5 LA rappers. Who would you pick? And I would say, for me, I would say Gina Views, because Gina is a part of the battle rap scene and literally like one of the most vocal people I've ever heard talk about battle rap.
No,
and she's a woman,
and all of her content early on was her showing a lot of love to like the real rappers.
Not only did she show love to the males, she showed love to the females too. She was like, "Hey, females can get down too." So I would say, okay, so I know Gina. All right, well, we'll go with you first. Okay, so John comes and says, "Hey, John, I got 5. Who's your 5?
In Dallas?
In Dallas. It has to be Dallas forward. We're gonna do DFW. Okay. So let's get it.
Like
let's
my
get
5, I'm throwing.
Now this is okay, we can say $1 million is on the line. $1 million pot is on the line. So DeJohn comes to you and say, we got $1 million on the table. I got 5 up and coming LA artists, but I want you to give me 5 DFW artists to go against.
If you're gonna give me 5 LA artists, they're not gonna give me 5 like non-lyrical niggas.
Right. They're gonna hit you with the
like Rayvon's gonna be in there.
It's pretty much you. It's pretty much you. Pretty much saying like like we was like I just said it would be a bet. So all right, it would be who you would put your money on. So if you have 5 DFW artists, lyricists that you had to put your money on to compete with 5 LA artists,
definitely throw Rakim Abdul-Jabbar on the list. I'm gonna throw Bobby Sessions on there, bro. I'm sorry, I have to. But niggas won a Grammy and a fucking Emmy. I got to throw him on there.
Yeah, but he won it off an album. Like, not his lyricism.
Let me pick my 5.
Go ahead.
He's never coming on our show, man.
Nor does he need to. I'm just saying shit.
Jason Lyric. I'm gonna throw Jason Lyric on
there. That's 3.
So now I got to go in the trenches.
Man, you can show us giving a lot of for $1 million.
For $1 million?
$1 million.
We talking about rappers? Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we talking about lyricists, not rappers. We gotta correct that. We talking about lyricists.
I'm not taking nobody off the list though, because I only need 3 real solid ones.
I guess 5 on 5. You only need 3 to knock the.
You're gonna have to swag through a little bit of. You're gonna have to kind of win some people over too. Right. So let me see. Who else? Who am I missing? Ty Harris. We just talked about. Ty Harris has to be on there. That's 4, and I need 1 more. Jesus Christ. Like rappers. Like if I was like digging through and I needed a nigga who was just gonna wow me. Like, give me one more. I'm gonna go to that Kid Cam. So give me that Kid Cam to close my 5 out.
Alright, so Kid Cam.
So I'm gonna go Kid Cam from Cure for Paranoia. I'm gonna go Rakim Abdul-Jabbar. I'm gonna go Jason Lyric. I'm gonna go Bobby Sessions, and I'm gonna go Ty Harris. That's my 5. I feel like it's eclectic. I feel like it's multifaceted, and I feel like you're gonna get a healthy balance of like lyricism. If it's not, and I don't want niggas that's based on like regional, a regional sound. If Rayvon starts rapping, he has a California bag, but if he's just rapping, he's gonna be able to do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, that's my 5. I feel confident.
Man, going against Gina would be tough because it would be tough because she knows lyricism. So I would have to bring the A game. All right, so. I already know first person I'm going off the back is if it's gonna be a meal, I'm definitely putting Rakim Abdul-Jabbar.
He's the only nigga in this group that's battle rapping.
It's not even that. It's not even about battle rapping though. He's the only that I know that I feel confident with. Like, hey, I know he gonna go out here and he gonna give it his all. He gonna bring it, and he's already proven that he has a skill set. That's no matter what he has going on, like he's always proven that.
He's well equipped for whatever you throw at him. Because you can go off songs, you can go off his freestyle, or you can go off the fact that he's
going off lyrics. He's
incorporating that in all of it. Though.
And what makes it cool is the fact that he can.
Never heard a bad bar from Rakim.
I mean, I have, but
like a bad bar.
But it's like an album. Everybody got them hits and misses, but
I don't think like a
So look, Rakim is a dope lyricist, right? When you listen to his albums, he'll give you the most slickest bar ever, but then it'll get mixed up in his love for women, pretty much.
Okay, I see.
So he'll come in with a player-listic line, and it's like, all right, cool, that was. All right, bet. You know when people try and get at girls, we come with the sappy lines like hey, that was pretty lazy, yo.
But when I say that, I think of, and I guess being a rapper, I think of like, I know when a nigga's trying to do something,
right.
And so I think in those instances where I hear niggas, when it's your time, it's like if it's the 9th inning and the Yankees is down a home run,
I'm gonna go with him.
You see what I'm saying? Because I know that.
Now, no, that's not to say. Look, he's the Robert Horry. I wouldn't go with him. He's not the Michael Jordan. If I'm going with the last point, like you said, I'm going. If he the Robert Horry, if I want to make sure I know this shit going in. Now, if I wanted it to be theatrical, make sure it's going in, all that, I would have to go. I'ma go with on that part, I would. The person that would come to mind, I'm gonna go with. Actually, I'm gonna go with Debbie Stone on that part.
Oh wow, okay.
I'll go with Debbie Stone on that because I know what he's capable of, and I know that he will come up. He'll be like, all right, bet I can do this, but he's the only one that will have the foresight to be like, all right, I'm gonna trick shot it and it's gonna make it. But believe that it's gonna make it. Not I'm gonna try it. Oh, I fucked up and it ain't like you know how you do the follow through pretty much like that. Like that would be that if I want to be hey, I want to do a magical theatrical shot type shit, right? Okay. That would be it. And that's saying a lot for somebody that I don't even sit here and talk. But I would. Obviously, we got those two. Okay. I'm gonna put Joseph on there. He would be the heart of the team. Gotcha. Joseph would be the heart of the team. He would be the one that he would be like the center. He would be the person that, you know, I can give and go to, and I'm not saying he's not capable of being all the other aspects, but I would feel safest with him being the heart of the team. Right. Like, hey, don't just be that, just be the energy that we need, pretty much.
Gotcha. Okay.
So now don't try and outdo somebody that is just naturally more talented than you.
Just play your role.
Just play your role, pretty much. But I would have him on there based on his heart alone, and he would be $1 million. He'd look back at his family and give you the most sickest bar he ever came up with.
Facts.
So, I would throw him off. I would get, and this is somebody that, you know, probably ain't nobody really talked about. I would do, man, it was he just like people don't really know about him, but talented as hell. Nice work.
Okay.
He's out of Fort Worth, but he's originally from Moreno Valley. But man, when you listen to him and how he raps, he's been out here in Fort Worth for at least over a decade, so that counts. Yeah. But I'm saying that to say, man, look, he gets in there and he gives you the slickest bars with like a Dom Kennedy flow, though. Okay. So, and it would be kind of a cheat because you'd be like, all right, bet I already know how LA rappers is coming, so I know how to. I got one in the tuck that can. Hey, remember like on You Got Served? Remember when they pulled him out? Bro, what you doing? Hey, we didn't tell you he with us.
Got one of y'all.
So if I had to go against Gina, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring. Hey, got one for you. Gotcha. I'm gonna drop a bomb on you. So I got them, and that's 4, right? That's 4. Yeah. One more, man. I'm gonna go with Zillionaire Doe.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Zillionaire Doe. Obviously, he's part of the face. Or, you know what? No, I'm not going with Zillionaire Doe. My bad. I'm going with Rosama. That's who I'm going with. Rosama. I'm going with Rosama.
Bro can definitely rap.
So, yeah, that's going to be the wild. I'm going with Rosama. Okay. That's who I'm going with.
That's one of the omissions I think that I was looking for.
Like I'm going with Rosama. So,
I think the only... and my only issue with that is not your picks. I think the only issue with that kind of dynamic is which version of these individuals is going to show up, or what are we looking for? The only automatic qualifier so far would be Rakim. He's the only person that got picked twice. You see what I'm saying? So he wouldn't have to do anything to advance because we've already picked you twice. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, I think
I wouldn't. The reason why I wouldn't pick Ty is because Ty is animated, and he's that theatrical person that you need. Like he would be the Jordan, or not even the Jordan. He would be like the Iverson of it, right? So it's like, okay, cool. I already got that, but it's not to say that you not nice. I already got that on my team, but if I'm going in there with just skill set and basing it off of the bet that the amount of award and money that's on the table, I'm gonna go with these artists because I'm gonna feel more confident going with them versus, just, hey, I'm gonna just pick whoever. Like, it's not to say that nobody on there is not worthy of doing it. It's just, in my opinion, if we only got 5 people, we gotta go with who we feel more comfortable with. Right. So Bobby Sessions definitely, but I feel like knowing what I know now, or knowing what I know about Bobby Sessions just from the outside looking in on just his career and the way he went about it and the way he took it, I would just say I don't think he's in it like that no more. Like, I think if hey, I know I'm already one of the nicest to do it, I feel like you'll go into something like this and just be like, I ain't got shit to prove. So I don't.
I think and that was probably the performance aspect of it. I get that part. Right. Like, you don't got to show up for that. Now, I wouldn't ask. I think that portion would just be we would pick 5 people that we felt would participate for one.
Like, I'm picking 5 people I know I'm gonna we pretty much going to war, and if we all gonna die, we all gonna go out shooting.
In that instance, yeah. I think the reason why I put him on the list is because of strictly based off lyrical prowess only. I think from like his first album all the way up to now, his ability to rap is very high. Like, right. He's like industry standard. If he was looking for a lyrical rapper, the industry standard knew how to, set up his verses in a manner to where they're effective. That's also why I picked Jason Lyric. Yeah. Because they also have a way of like actually formulating verses and things like that come off a certain way. And I hear a lot of artists that are very talented, but they're not polished. So I'm looking for polish. Like, I'm looking for you to show up and be confident in what you do. Like, you have your rhetoric already lined up. Like, I don't want you to get there and try some new shit. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. And so in my mind, if I'm getting the best of each of the people that I pick, from Rakim, Jason Lyric, Bobby Sessions, Ty Harris, and that kid Cam, who's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to see like them at their highest level, I just don't know.
Actually, man, all right, look, you know what? I'm gonna keep it fair. So I'm gonna take Nice Work out because obviously he's originally from Reno. Right. But I'm gonna put Starman.
Shout out to Star.
And the only reason I put him is because I know, like, I've seen him be like, hey, I'm serious about this, and go in and really spit some bars.
Come ready to rap.
Ready to fight, ready to throw down. Right. So I'm gonna put Starman. He'll be my wild card at that. Right. So I'm gonna put Starman.
Yeah, I'm thinking along the lines of like tournament style, like like going against individuals. So if we broke down each 5 and said, okay, now my 5 against your 5, let's line them up 1v1.
So pretty much,
you see what I'm saying? And
like it would be like, so when you got a meal on the line, when you playing a basketball game for a meal on the line, you're not gonna go out here and get the most exciting players. You can be like, hey, I need the players. I need a
rebounder, a shooter. I need a point guard.
I need that person.
I need a defender.
Right. You know I need the players. I need the team players. Matter of fact,
no matter what you throw out there, I think that'd be a good look. But that's kind of the way that I'm looking at breaking it all down. And I'm interested in like getting a lot of people involved as far as like the final whatever we do is gonna be us, but I still like to get people's like input on it and see what they thinking. So we're gonna expound on it a little bit. I know I let the concept die, but I think that was just in order, to kind of make sure we formulated it right. I didn't want it to be corny, and I didn't want it to come off as something that was biased or based on something that had nothing to do with anything but lyricism. Like, I don't want it to have nothing to do with nothing. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with like no hidden agendas. I don't get no money for this. I'm not associating with nobody other than what you see for this. We don't get anything from it. You know what I'm saying? So this is just us doing this. Is shining the light.
Y'all, whatever y'all sit there. If we really do this and we do it, and I'm sitting there talking about it, trust me, it's gonna get heard all over the world.
Facts. And that's the point, though. The point is not to necessarily for us to sit and argue amongst each other about it. The point is to be able to come to a conclusion and be able to say, hey, we went through the rigors of everything to bring y'all the 5 best niggas that we could think of.
Holmes is about it.
You see what I'm saying? Like, think about that for a second, and have it to come from credible sources. This is what you look for as an artist. I know niggas want to be paid. I know niggas want notoriety. I know niggas want to be seen and heard. But what better way to get exposure than from individuals who are giving you unbiased opinions on something that you value the most. So if you one of them niggas that say you one of the excuse niggas that where you sit up and say, "Oh, I didn't make it because of this, that, or the other," this ain't got nothing to do with that.
Hey, we gotta have DLC be the judge. Based on DLC's history, we gotta have him be one of the judges.
Say less. We
gotta have him be one of the judges.
We definitely can reach out. Shout out to a few people. I've been talking about that recently too. But anyway, all right. So before we even go any further,
hey, look, before we do that, because I know we're gonna clip this, but we need to make sure we say our five. Say our five so we can obviously slot them in or whatever on that fix so we can make sure. So you said, I got
Rakim Al-Jabbar,
right?
Bobby Sessions,
right?
Jason Lyric, Ty Harris, and that kid Cam.
Yeah. I said, obviously, Rakim Al-Jabbar. Mm-hmm. I said, Debbie Stone. Mm-hmm. I said, I said Starman. Mm-hmm. And then I said, what else did I say?
Yeah, two more.
The two more were, who was?
Rosama,
yeah, that was right. Mm-hmm. Rosama. And the last one was...
Ooh, who was your last one?
Damn, what's it? We're going to run it back. No, it was them four, and then who was the?
Yeah, wasn't anybody I have on the list already? I don't think.
Joseph, never mind.
Joseph.
Okay.
A lot of names, y'all. We ain't forgetting y'all on purpose.
So we make sure. Yeah, we had. So these are my five that I would put up against Gina Views if we ever had. If there was ever a, LA versus DFW, like best lyricist type of battle.
Don't act like y'all too good to
Nah, she don't. Okay? She dope as shit. She ain't gonna never.
Nah, facts, man. Shout out to the home team, man. Listen, that's like, if we gonna choose a side, we fuck around and hop on the other side, right?
She need to be on Rhythm and Flow, right? At the end, all we do, we pull you got hey y'all, forget y'all. She need to be on Rhythm and she need to be on Rhythm and Flow. She need to be. She doing like if she had her own battle rap league, I think that shit would do well, just Remy Ma's Chrome 22 and whatnot. But I'm a fan of hers, and just watching her just continue to ascend is amazing. But we gotta go in there.
Let's do the California versus Texas. We'll hit these quickly. We gonna say which one well, it's not which one you prefer more, but if you were judging the two, and this is state fair included, this is barbecue included, this is Mexican food included, because Mexican food matters. It matters, bro.
It matters.
So we're gonna say food. We're gonna go.
It matters.
Authentic Mexican versus Tex-Mex. Where you going?
Man, we going with Cali. That's the only thing I've said about Dallas since I've been here since 2019 is Dallas is cool, but it just don't have no Mexican food out here.
So what's your favorite Mexican food go to when you here? Like where you go here when you want something?
None. I've tried all kinds of places and I've had referrals. I've tried all kinds of places. I've had people take me to spots. No, and it might be the fact that we sitting here comparing it to Cali.
You got to stop that.
So yeah, but at the same time, it's just a taste to it that you be like, yo, it's not like, obviously we eat in Cali. Obviously, if you are from California, I'm sorry, you are born and raised on Mexican food, whether it's from Taco Bell, whether it's from the hole in the wall spots, and just because it's affordable and whatnot, and it's just fire. But at the end of the day, man, being from Cali, Mexican food is pretty much a part of your DNA when it comes to. Now, when I got here, thinking that, Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, everything, the borders right here, like the ocean, whatnot, you would think that, you get here and it's going to be that authentic Mexican food that you are used to, and it's not. I think the closest I've gotten to was Fuel Cities was the closest.
Okay. Now, if we're talking about
Fuel City and Chilangos.
I was just gonna say
Chilangos is the only closest one.
Chilangos is fire, bro.
Right. And they just put one down the street from my house. So shout out to y'all, man.
So if you're gonna talk about Mexican food in Texas, it has to be based on Tex-Mex. I don't think you're going to get around it. Like it's going to be based. So you're judging it based off of that. I think going off that specifically, there's a few places. Like there's a place that they removed from Dallas that's pretty big in Houston called Cyclone Anayas. That's a great Tex-Mex.
Glorious doesn't count. That's some fine dining Mexican food that they try to look. I'm cool. Y'all can keep that.
Too, though. I mean,
and I'll be like, hey, that's cool. Y'all can keep that.
There's another one that I used to go to. If I
want the taste. I want it to taste good rather than being fancy. I don't give a fuck if it's abuelita in the back.
I think Glorious falls in that. It's a little too fancy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we go food. Cali wins. Shout out to Taco Bell.
Dallas, everything else, barbecue, whatever else, y'all got this. No, just anything else, barbecue,
fine dining,
everything, y'all got it. Steaks. By all means, y'all got steaks, all that, y'all got it.
The Mexican food goes to Cali.
The Mexican food goes to Cali. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. Fashion. Where we going fashion wise? What do you think about? You know, when I speak about fashion, what I'm speaking about is not only the ability to dress,
right,
but also the means as far as the outlets to get the fashion that you need as well.
Well,
so accessibility to brands that aren't just like Gucci or Prada.
Yeah, but then even still, you still gotta go with Cali on the fashion. It's a little Dallas's fashion is great. It's a season behind. It's unique. It's great, but
it's always been a season behind.
I feel like,
I feel like it's based on the weather as well, because you can only dress like.
Nah, man,
I do though, bro. I do.
But in Cali, we adapt, or not even adapt. We not even emulate. We acclimate everything that's going on, and we pretty much set the trend. Like Tim's is a New York thing, but motherfuckers is wearing Tim's in Cali.
Oh yeah, everywhere. Shit here too.
But at the same time, they wearing Tim's in Cali, making it look cool. But standing next to a nigga with some Converse on and all that is equally as cool. Like a nigga can roll around with some Chucks on.
So I think as far as having accessibility to fashion specifically, whether that be through boosters, whether that be through, an industry made for it. I think, the fashion industry kind of lives in Los Angeles the way it does in New York as well. So I think it's kind of a lose-lose if you think about it from that sense. Right. And then I feel like if you think about notable individuals that's known for fashion in certain areas,
you can't help the fact that people in Texas people out here are. I saw such and such wearing this. Yeah, and it would be like an LA person,
and that's why I say that Texas is a bit. They're probably a season behind Los Angeles.
On top of that, man, I ain't never. Only in Cali do you see people put on Dickies and make it a statement, a fashion statement.
It's a part of it. No, facts.
Dickies and white tees, boys. Dickies.
So, I think in the terms of that, they take the fashion. So what about the dating
Vans.
world? Man, for real. So what about dating in both?
Dating in
which one takes it? Which the dating? And this is kind of a crazy conversation because we're not speaking about anything recently. So my prognosis from this is, I would say, and it's also unfair because when I got here, I was also like,
you know what though? I think so. It doesn't count. All right, we should have an asterisk because I ain't gonna lie. People that are from here and meet people that ain't from here, they'll be more attracted to you because you're not from here. Yeah.
So that's why I was finna say, being that like when I first got here, you get that intrigue, like, oh, you from where? You're who? You know who you? And so a lot of my
got all the questions.
A lot of my bro. Like a lot of my wins came from just the fact of like not being from here,
man.
But what I will say is, and I was a lot younger in California as well, so my dating experiences there, being young, broke, and like just out here, like nigga,
like really trying to figure it out.
Because like getting to Texas is when I kind of found myself. When I was in California, my nigga, I was in the street, like. there's no, and I don't say that like I was out here actively gangbanging and nothing. No, I was spending my everyday in the streets, bro. Like, so I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't have none of that going on. You know what I'm saying?
But you knew when you got here, you knew that you could use all the mechanics that you learned.
I was tooled. I was well tooled.
Boy, when it came out here. So we gotta.
But from observation,
would you say you have do you have a dating story from both sides that would differ from, that would pretty much be an example of the difference?
I would say if I was, from my experiences in both, the dating scene here was better for me than it was in California. And this is the reason why I say that is, and this is gonna sound crazy, but it's because it goes back to what we were just talking about. I feel like I could pick and choose here. So I was never like the thirsty nigga that had to take everything that came his way here. As opposed to in California, I was the thirsty nigga that had to take everything that came.
Why you feel like you had to pick? You had to go like that?
Because I was fighting hard for everything that I got there. You know what I'm saying? So I remember them days. But that was just being young and coming up and shit. So that's why I say it's kind of hard. Because when I got here, I was like dating. You see what I'm saying? Like I was really dating.
We was outside.
And so and then I got
outside.
and I got to a place, and this is honestly the truth. Like I got to a place where I moved to where like the city was ran by the niggas who I was hanging with. And so like not only were you able to like have your pick of the draw, but you also were able to like really get into the weeds of things where I was. So let's just say I got to really experience dating here in Texas. Right. So I say for me, Texas would take it for me. Now I know it's a nigga somewhere that's gonna be like, oh no, the bitch is way better. I get that. But the dating experience for me here was a lot better. Yeah. Like, it was. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, obviously being in Cali for your whole life is obviously you have your ups and downs when it comes to dating. Obviously, because we lived there our whole lives. And it's like, man, going out and being in Cali, being born and raised in Cali and dating out there, it's more likely you gonna meet somebody who knows somebody you know.
Fact.
I came here, I didn't know a soul. So
I could be whoever I wanted to be.
Yeah, not even who I wanted to be. I just didn't know anybody. So I came out here with the pick of whoever you want, because you don't know nobody out here. You don't know who they.
They don't know nothing.
I mean, obviously from a safe standpoint. So I didn't know nobody. I was damn near meeting everybody for the first time and all that. But
it's exciting.
I would say dating in Cali was great.
It was dangerous.
But man, look, dating in Texas is a whole different breed, boy. Because these girls out here, when I got here, I was like, man, it's fucking horses walking around here. It's horses, and in Cali, you ain't worried about, like, thick girls is cool, but too thick, you'll be like, nah, I can't do all that. And like, it's more, Cali is more based off of the look. It's more about the look. It's like, you can't be too much of anything. It's really more about the beauty aspect of it, from like, makeup, whatever, like the signature look. Whereas out here, hey man, you just gotta look good. Like you gotta be thick. Yeah. Like you just gotta. I
would say though, you
gotta have it going on.
And I think that's the other part of it. When I got here, I guess I got here at a time where like I was out of high school, and so like that youthfulness. But see, there was that phase between like the ages of like 19 and maybe like 20.
And the accent. The accent. The accent. Hey, that's the hypnotizing part. Is the accent. Y'all, man, the accent out here it'll get you in a lot of trouble.
No, facts. Southern accents in general, especially. Yeah. But no, I think between the ages of like 19 and 23, bro, like you dealing with, like, for men, you dealing with women that are like transitioning out of school into like adulthood. And so women have always been like a step ahead of men most of the time because they get their shit together faster. And so like I just came across a lot of that, like women who had their own places, they had their own cars. They like, if you wanted to go out to eat, it didn't matter if you paid or not because they had it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, like, that kind of sucks too, because we came out here with all that shit.
Bro, think about it.
They was all more attracted to us because we did have our shit.
You see what I'm saying? Together. And so it was like, a lot of them were like, I'm surprised that I can. The other aspect of it, and I will say this, being here, the Southern hospitality aspect, if you ain't used to a female, like you just said, that like a cuss you every way, but like the other way, a probably bang on you, or you know what I'm saying, or I got so used to like, and I'm trying to be careful with how I say things, because you know what I'm saying. I got so used to women from a certain demographic being a certain way,
right?
So like, if you from LA and you don't have like the standard that you talking about, the alternative nigga in LA, in California, in Compton, to like being fine, is at the other end of the spectrum. It's ratchet as fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's in a neighborhood you probably shouldn't be in.
That be the dangerous part. That's the dangerous part. So that's the difference from being out here. You can come out here, you can go wherever the fuck you want to go.
Wherever you want.
You ain't know nobody.
I'm in Mesquite.
I'm not here.
I'm in Frisco. I'm in Las Colinas. I'm staying away from the hood in general, as opposed to being where I was in California. And granted, like I said, I was younger. I didn't have what I have now. So my accessibility to certain things was limited because I could only go where I could go.
You know what's better? I would have to say dating out in Dallas is better because it is cheaper.
Facts.
Man, look, listen, the restaurants out here and the spots, it's a lot of spots you can take somebody, like you could damn near have a whole great, like most memorable date day for $200. Whereas, obviously in LA, you damn near spending $1,000 on a date trying to impress somebody.
That's a fact.
So
I'll give them that. So if we go into the three, I think
Dallas got the dating scene.
Yeah, so we took Cali, took food and fashion, Texas took the dating. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Houston. I don't know much about. I mean, my experiences in Houston are very limited. When I'm there, it's either performing and getting up out of there. But
right.
I'm a little bit more well versed here. But if y'all want to delve in and let us know, because basically we basing this off of Dallas. We basing this off Dallas and the greater Los Angeles area, the DFW versus the greater Los Angeles area, because that's where we come from. But I think the food and fashion go to Cali, the dating can go to Texas. I'll give y'all that. Now, another quick question: would you consider yourself, and this is the one that you brought up, would you consider yourself more loyal to your wife or your friends? And I don't mean associates.
Nah,
I mean the niggas you consider your friends.
The group of. Nah, I would say honestly, I would say your friends, because
you think so?
Yeah, because you know your friends longer, and like this is like your immediate circle. Like I feel like it's a difference between your wife and your friends, but you through trial and error and through experience, you are more naturally, I would say you are more naturally loyal to your friends. But these is like people you didn't grew up with your whole life. Right. This is for real friends group, not the rap friend group.
Not your industry friends.
Not your industry friends, sure. They could, industry friends could still be your close partners and all that shit too, but this is really for pretty much for like your inner circle. Okay. Niggas that was groomsmen at your wedding or something, or whatever. So are people that you literally, if you expect them to carry you down at your funeral or something like that. So
I'm gonna say from my perspective, bro, I'm going to go. Why is this talking? I'm gonna have to say my wife, bro.
Why would you say your wife?
And the reason why I say that is because it's who I spend 90% of my time with. Mm-hmm. And I think the fact of, I guess my aspect is different because I got kids with my wife. And so if this was earlier on in the marriage and I didn't know as much, but like some of the niggas that I'm closest with that I've known for the past 20 years, I met them the same time I met my wife. Right. And so that's why I say, in those instances, if they was given the same choice, I would want for them to choose their wives. Like I would want for y'all to, in my sense. But I will say,
get me right, you would want them to do that.
And so that's why I say my loyalty, because if I'm being honest, my best friend is my wife, and so like, I base it upon that because of the relationship that me and her have. Right. And I know that if you asked her the question, that her answer would be the same. Like undoubtedly.
But women are they're like a woman to cut her best friend off and be with her husband before.
But that's what I want, because I know if my niggas laid up in some ass or something and I hit him,
that's a different
and I needed somebody to lean on.
That's not a friend that you need. But that's not the friend that you talking about.
But you got to think the way the male mind works. Like I saw a funny ass.
I
saw a funny ass thing the other day that said that like women want men to communicate more, and then it was like when they hear us communicating, there was a video of a nigga like pouring his heart out to his homeboys, and they just was like, man, fuck you and all this stupid ass shit you talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I think it's a matter of like, I think my loyalty is one thing, because like I'm not saying that I'm not gonna be as loyal to my niggas, right? But what I'm saying is, if because of the role that I play in my family, it would be remiss of me to be like, no, I'm not going to be there for the person who I need to be there for, because I've built that foundation. So it would be unfair for me to get on here and be like, I would be more loyal to them when I've created this ecosystem around me to where it's based on us, being together. So had you asked me this before I got married, the answer would be my niggas.
I mean, I guess you would have to be put in that situation for it to be determined what you would. I mean, obviously you're gonna pick your wife, of course.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to.
But I'm saying, as you personally, who do you feel like? Not even personally, just internally. Like naturally, do you feel more loyal to your partners or your wife?
I guess if we would have to be more specific on what we define as loyal, because I feel like the homies is always gonna be around, but I still feel like, all right, they always gonna be around.
Would you tell? Okay, but would you tell? Would you tell on your homeboy to your wife? Your homeboy do something. Would you tell your wife?
Like what he did? Yeah, and it's completely unrelated to her.
He don't. Your homeboy would be mad if you told. Would you tell your wife what your homeboy did?
Yeah.
Knowing that if you told, it'll end y'all.
But you know why? You know why I would?
Why?
Because I know she would never say a word.
That don't count, though.
It does, bro.
Why?
But that's it, though. Because if I can't confide in somebody, there has to be a person where you're willing to confide.
Confiding in you.
But I can't tell him everything about me either.
Why not?
Because there's just certain things about a nigga I'm not gonna. As a man, I don't want to talk about my emotions to my homeboy. Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta be willing to have that person where I can tell everything to. And like, I understand he may be mad if I told her, but he's also gonna have the understanding of it's never gonna get out anyway. He's never gonna even know I told her.
Yeah, but even if he don't know you told her, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's still divine intervention, whatever the whatever of the earth. The fact of the matter is, for you, it'll be a wrestle for you because he told you in confidence,
right?
And you told your wife.
If he knows me well enough, though.
Sure, nigga, I ain't gonna tell nobody.
I can only be who I am. I'm not even gonna say that because
I ain't gonna tell her you partner, but look.
Nah, because listen, and even shout out to my nigga Clark.
He get home.
Nah, he'll tell you though.
He get home, baby, wake up.
If you ask that nigga, and like I got a couple niggas, and what I will say is, this is a fair point that I will make. I will say that outside of that question, there are niggas whose loyalty versus my wife's loyalty that I would place even kill, right? Like, I feel like in any situation, it's about an even, because I got people I've grown up with since I was a child,
right?
You see what I'm saying?
That's it.
And so like, there's a certain level of loyalty that's been built even prior to me meeting you that was established, that's continued on. I've been with my wife 20 years, bro. Like, I've known my wife 20 years. We've only been married, 3 or 4? Don't say 3 or 4. You see what I'm saying? But I've known this woman for 20 years. And so that's why I say, like, a best friend, it's hard for me to not see her in that aspect, because she's been tested in every kind of situation that you can imagine. You see what I'm saying? And like, there's certain things that like go without question to me that I don't even feel like I wouldn't put it on my niggas to put them in that situation where they would have to even deal with it. But there's been things that I've put on my wife that she's dealt with that I don't know if any other person would be able to. What I say, like, I would never put my niggas in a situation where they would have to deal with anything close to that.
Nah, I'm saying just on a loyal level. As a loyal level,
because
as a person.
When I speak to loyalty, that's kind of what I'm speaking to. Like, damn, you've been loyal to me even through the worst. And not to say that was the worst situation.
But to know that a nigga do that shit for you, knowing that the people that you talking about, they be like, nigga, I won't tell this lady nothing that you told me.
Nah, so, okay, so listen, this is what it is. If we talking about loyalty, especially like, okay, when I speak about loyalty, that means that no matter what goes on between me and the homies, they know that I'm never gonna switch up.
Right.
And if anything is ever put in front of me that would cause me to switch up, it's not, you'd have to kill me first, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we say that now and then we end up in a YSL situation.
I'm talking!
I'm going to tell you, but don't tell nobody I told you.
All I know is.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's hard for me to guess because that's a tough one, bro. That's a tough question. I'm going to go with my wife, and that's because I like to stay out of trouble. And my niggas not going to care.
I mean, for me, I'm in a situation, I would be in a situation where it's like everybody's all clumped up into one, because obviously my best friends is a motherfucker, literally somebody that I was born with. So it's somebody I was born with. It's literally somebody that we don't even call each other best friends. We all brothers. That's pretty much, because we've known each other since we was damn near infants. So, and we've been in each other's lives that long. Pretty much everybody family is family.
You know what they say though, once you get married, bro.
Nah, hell nah. But and then like three niggas that I done pretty much you just came up with, and literally one of them was somebody me and him both slept in a car. Like trying to chase a dream. So that's how I knew. That's how I knew we was never gonna switch up on each other. But being that you got all that compared, and then you meet somebody and you get to know them, end up falling in love with them, and obviously getting married to them and doing all that. But yeah, but it is. But
there's a space.
It doesn't take away the fact that it's a natural thing that you would be not more loyal to them, but you would be like, I'm really going out my way for these niggas, because these niggas been with me since day one, pretty much. Like, you got obviously most people separate the two. Like, hey, that's my wife. This is my boys.
I think that commitment to that person, and I'm not gonna say it trumps everything, but
I mean, yeah, it do when you sit there and you take that oath. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But there's also an aspect of my loyalty with my niggas that it isn't dependent on like a value system. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. And so like there's nothing that I wouldn't be willing to do. But in life in general, we have to prioritize shit for what it is. And so there's a list. You see what I'm saying? Like, and maybe it's a tier thing. So like, you know, that's kind of how I look at it from my immediate family. You know, wife, kids, your relatives, you got the people in your family that you always know and love and care about. You got your friends and shit like that you grew up with, that you consider, like you say, closest brothers. And then you got the associates. Right. I think that first tier of like immediate family, wife, kids, family, mother, father, brother, sister, and friends that we grew up with, they all are kind of in the same. Yeah. And so that's why I'm saying the question is tough. Yeah. Now, if it's a nigga, like we say, you know, maybe I've gotten to know him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that we can't have that same situation, but what I'm saying is it's a little bit different until we get to that phase. You know what I'm saying? But I think you don't know. I think you don't know what your answer, or ultimately what your answer would be, until it's just you are either put in those situations, or you
I thank God I've never been put in that situation.
Well, and most 99% of the time, family is family at the end of the day. Yeah, but I think if you have a system with people, you don't have to even be put in those situations, because they all have an understanding. It could be something minor. It could be a dispute over a football game.
So let's throw a scenario out like this one.
Y'all could be arguing over spades. And
so you and your wife got plans to go out. Y'all planned a date night, right? Maybe y'all ain't been out. Y'all planned a fancy night out. Y'all gonna go to fucking Perry's or Del Frisco's or whatever y'all consider fancy, right? Yeah. Got it booked, appointment date set, outfits picked out. Your nigga hit you. This is your best fucking friend. Mm-hmm. Place whoever you want to place there of value, highest value of friend you could think of. Right. Your brother. Mm-hmm. He's coming to town. He's only here for a night. He got a layover. He gonna be here until tomorrow morning on the same date that you and your wife finna go out. Are you altering your plans for your homeboy? for your friend, for your brother? Are you altering what you're doing from this plan that your wife has been? Y'all ain't had a date night in months.
Right.
Are you altering that plan for him?
Am I going? Obviously, I'm gonna die after this. Nah, no, not in that case. No.
That's what I mean.
I'm saying I wouldn't do it because, like,
and that's the simplest. That's the simplicity of it.
But
though.
At the same time, that don't count because motherfuckers be like, "Well, just come with us."
I'm
bro.
coming too. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm in a scenario where you would have to choose, right? Yeah.
If somebody was like, so say, I'll give you a better one. So say, all right. So say your wife is about to give birth, and your boy about to jump off a cliff. Your best friend about to jump off a cliff. Right. Who you going to? You got to choose. You go save your best friend. You missed the birth. Right. You go to the birth. your best friend gone.
I would go in that scenario. I'm going to my best friend, and the reason why I say that is because if I told my wife it was happening, she would tell me to go to my best friend.
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, you can't. What if you can't say? What if you?
Well, no, I'm saying I'm not gonna ask before I go. But if I tell her, hey, this is what's going on, she gonna be like, damn, for real. Like if I
don't know, man. Women to be like, hey, man, fuck you.
Mine. But that's what I mean. But that's what I mean when I say that though. Because
you gonna miss the birth of your child.
Because like the way that it, how my shit is set up is like my friend, the group of individuals who we have around,
right?
We're all super close, and so it would be kind of like, and I don't want to use names, but if XYZ, the people that she knows I'm close to was doing that, hey, I gotta go tend to this nigga, or this may be the last time I see him.
It would literally be a situation you had to put yourself into, because I know how women's math is completely different. So say it's a similar situation. I mean, it's a situation like that, right? You choose to go witness the birth of your child. You tell your girl what happened. She's sitting there. Why you here?
Why you didn't
go help him? Bet. All right. So you choose the latter. You go help him miss the birth of your child. You come back. She sat here, want a divorce, want to kick you out.
Oh no, you with the wrong person. Yeah, you with the wrong person.
Not even you with the wrong person. You just saying you don't know based off the choice you make.
It's a certain level of understanding that you build with people, bro. And like you should have that. Like if I was in a situation of the same sort and she had the opportunity to do not having a kid, but if you had to choose between me and a friend and it was more dire that you had to be there, as opposed to like, I'm not gonna be mad at you. Go do what you need to do. Like it sucks.
But these type of, I mean, obviously we giving.
It's the basic. Yeah,
we giving hypotheticals.
Generalities.
But I'm saying that these choices are these. These choices would pretty much be determined off the most minute thing. That's
so
how it would.
So think about this though. Whichever one you choose, right? So say if you chose your homeboy over your wife in that scenario, you'd be more concerned about how she felt about what you chose, right? If you chose your wife over your homeboy, you're not even gonna be concerned that he's worried about that. Because if I break it down to him, he's not gonna give a fuck.
No,
not my homeboys. They're gonna be like, "Oh no, you good, bro? Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out."
It needs to be salty. They be a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Mine's not like they gonna understand. Like,
they
okay,
understand,
I get it, bro.
But they still, you still be salty.
You be a little salty.
Yeah,
but they not gonna fight me to the case of like, "Oh, bro, you a hoe ass nigga for that."
I mean, I've seen stories of
but them not real niggas.
You're right.
Bro.
They not
real niggas.
I mean, that could be determined. That could be debated pretty much. It could be something we can talk about for ages. But
yeah, that's true.
Right. You're right.
Well, listen, man, I think we went way over our limit. Anything else before we get out of here, man?
Man. I mean, football season coming up. I hope everybody got their fantasy leagues.
Just drafted mine yesterday. It's lit. It's live.
Hey, man, have you seen a lot of like women fantasy leagues out now? That's
they be tapped in, bro.
Yeah, they be tapped in.
All right, don't let them fool you. And they be putting money and shit in their leagues, just like
they
the men
be
do.
tapped in.
Shout out to football season. Shout out.
Okay. So you know what? Yeah, you're right. Shout out to football season. All right. So we have to do obviously the Awwready Not Like Us segment, which we're gonna do real quick. Which was the one I wanted to ask, which is what I asked you about. Being that we was already talking about families, man. Is there anything that you can't wait to, discuss with your children or educate your children or put your children on game on versus, I saw this on Jim Jones and them do an interview. Do a podcast. It's Jim Jones, Fabulous, Mano,
I was looking
Davies,
at that.
where they were talking about how white families educate their kids on financial literacy way earlier than we do and whatnot. But man, just off that subject matter, what is there anything that you can't wait to, talk to your kids about versus how, other parents are talking to their kids about some financial literacy at an early age?
I think that, that's one. But I think when you talk about financial literacy, I think that's a misconstrued concept. I think, and this is speaking from experience, I don't think that they go into depth. They don't go in depth about how you should spend your money, how you should save it. They do it for them. Mm-hmm. So, and then they teach them what they did when they get older. And so now you have this account set up with, this IRA. You got this trust that I've set up for your kids, even when you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm breaking it down to you when you get older. Right. But from my experience, is like, white families just provide the privilege for their kids, and their kids just live in it. And so you get old enough and they teach you, hey, this is what I have, but they just live in it. They don't know shit either. I would say the things that I would want to discuss with my kids, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm I'm open with parenting, right? Mm-hmm. Because when I see the pitfalls, and I'm speaking more towards my older kids now, when I see them going through things that can be preventable by me just being honest with you. Mm-hmm. Like, I get what you're being told, and I'm not negating anything your mother, your grandparents, or anything like that told you. But when you're with me, I'm going to give you the unfiltered, raw truth, right? Like, we were having a conversation about race one night. My children are of a mixed race, right? And so we having a conversation one night, and I went to go get one of my daughters because she was real confused about what I was trying to say. So, and I was having a conversation about, like, why black people can't, generally be considered racist, because we are the oppressed. And so we don't hate you because you're white. We hate you because you hate us. Right. And so that's what I was trying to teach her. And she didn't get the hate part. So I went and and I have one in my lobby as well. It's called The Black Book. Mm-hmm. And if you go through that book before anybody's ever read it, not only does it break down shit, but it goes through historical facts of things that happen. There's newspaper clips, all of that. I gave her the book and let her read through it, bro. Mm-hmm. Just gaze through this, and so you can get where I'm coming from. And so instead of me constantly trying to teach you things and water it down for you to get, I bring my children the unfiltered truth. But I do it in phases to where, like, at this age, you should know this. The one thing I'd probably say I can't wait to teach my son about is dealing with women.
That was gonna be my answer.
Because
relationships.
Yeah, I want to, and I'm more so for him because I have to teach him the difference between his relationship with his mother as opposed to his relationships with women. Like with a woman. Yeah. Because that's the pitfall that I see a lot of niggas fall into. Like, bro, you're not dating your fucking mother. Right. Your expectations are wild for this woman. Right. And so that would be my one thing, not to be long-winded, but that would be my one. You know what I'm saying?
Mine would be, obviously, all of it would be relationship based. So I can't wait to, when I had kids, I can't wait to talk to them about, how to treat the significant other. Right. So it'd be how you deal with them, just like communication, how you deal with them financially, and how you deal with them as far as like interactions through. Right. It would probably go into conversation or communication, but I'm saying that to say, like, hey, it's figure out different ways to get out of, figure out ways to handle situations way better than what we have obviously learned and whatnot. So that's a heavy question. That would be mine.
And shout out to that podcast too, bro. It's been very entertaining. I've been catching the clips of that podcast with Jim Davies, Fabulous, and Mano. I like
2 hours long, but
I like their collective though, and I've always thought that collective was interesting to have those different individuals from different parts of New York and their perspectives. I like to hear them talk. I like how and all of them are stand up niggas. So like, I appreciate that aspect. I hate having yes men around you. I like having niggas around to have their own opinions and not like easily bendable. So
definitely, and then saying that to say, I can't wait to talk to my kids about finances in a relationship, how to handle finances in a relationship, and that'd be just me talking through trial and error. I'd be dropping all kinds of, hey, look,
I'm still going through it,
man.
I'm not telling you like I'm a finished product. I'm still going through it.
I'm gonna tell you,
man. But listen, you can follow us on the platforms, Caution 700, all over on Instagram, all over media, everywhere. Just type all over media in your Google search, shit, nigga pop up, man.
Shout out to everybody that sat there and walks up to us and just be like, we enjoy the pod. We enjoy the little clips that y'all got. We appreciate it because we definitely started this with no intentions of knowing what the fuck we
we didn't even know what the name was gonna be. But I think what's taking place of it is pretty dope because now it's starting to formulate on its own.
Right.
So that's super dope, man. So shout out to that. Again, for any artists interested in promotional interviews, we don't really do those on this podcast.
Right.
But I do have a system set up to where we can work something out promotional wise. I have done so. So shout out to everybody that's actually paid for promotional interviews from all over media. But if you're interested, just hit us up. Like I said, we'll set it up. But I have had artists ask us about this pod particularly, and we kind of want to stay away from that. Like we staying away from the artist interview portion. If you see us interviewing artists, it'll
probably be just a conversation.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. We're not trying to promote your album.
We're not trying to promote your album. We're trying to talk about your life.
Yeah, man. Like this is a real podcast.
So
but no, shout out to everybody that's watched. Hey, shout out to the fucking Benny the Butcher tour is coming to Texas. Woo! We got Benny in Austin. I know I'm performing, but I'll be out there getting to it. I know he's gonna be in Dallas as well. But shout out to that. So if you see any of that promotional shit, man, pop out. Any of the artists looking to open or any vendors looking to book, hit up Clockwork Music or Galaxy 9, man. But we do got that coming. And a few other ones. I know Bodie James will be out here soon with us. And then there's a few more. I know we working on a few that I don't want to say because I get my head chopped off for it. I was about to do too much. But man, shout out to everybody that's watching. Please watch the fucking videos. Subscribe if you want to. Just get interactive with the shit, man. Come on, bro. That's what we here for.
Hey.
We out of here.